Top 5 Best Gaming Keyboards in 2020. Number 5. Corsair K63 Wireless. Alright, so it isn't normally the best idea to go wireless when it comes to keyboards. The potential for latency between key presses and action rises without a wire to ferry your signal. But if you do, Corsair's K63 Wireless is the deck to pick up. The reason is simple: it works as well as, or better than, a lot of its wired competitors. Its Cherry MX Red switches are just as satisfying to use as they are on wired keyboards, while USB pass-through and the dedicated media controls help round out a respectable feature set. In addition, it's rather handsome. The backlight is a calming shade of blue, though the keyboard's battery life will last around 50 hours longer if those RGB lights are switched off, and its frame is constructed from anodized brushed aluminum. The K63 is a looker. Being tankulous means it's much more compact, too. In fact, there isn't a better choice if you want a wireless mechanical keyboard that doesn't take up much room. Pros: satisfying to use, compact, reliable brand. Cons: short battery life. Coming in number 4. Alienware 510K. The 510K isn't much to look at, but any criticisms about that appearance melt away the moment you get your hands on it. Those low-profile Cherry MX Red switches are a delight to use, offering a lively bounce thanks to less travel time and low actuation force. This allows your fingers to jump from key to key without much effort at all, resulting in a satisfying flow when typing or gaming. It's a worthy contender for the title of Best Gaming Keyboard as a result, and it'll exceed expectations in everything from shooters to strategy epics. The subtle design makes this Alienware deck a great choice for office use, too. In spite of sci-fi sensibilities that give it a futuristic air, it lacks obnoxious RGB lighting or sharp, edgy angles. That makes it a good stablemate for the Alienware 610M mouse and the Alienware Aurora R9 PC. It was designed to be used in tandem with both of them. Pros: bouncy, responsive keys. Low profile. USB pass-through. Cons: a bit plain. Coming in number 3. Razer Huntsman Tournament Edition. Let's be clear from the start, the Razer Huntsman Tournament Edition gaming keyboard is not just a Huntsman Elite minus the number pad. Instead, the main differences are in its keys. Underneath, you're getting linear optical switches here instead of the clicky optical switches found on most Elites. With lower actuation points, now 1 mm, and even less force required, you'll find that this is one seriously responsive keyboard. It's great once you get used to the sensitivity. Elsewhere, Razer has finally opted for a standard bottom row, so you can customize the keys if you want to change things up, and glorious double-shot PBT keycaps instead of cheaper ABS ones found on the more expensive Elite. These more durable keycaps won't end up wearing out as easily, so no more telltale glossy WASD keys for you. And if you're hoping to use the Huntsman TE as a regular day-to-day keyboard, it'll do the job admirably. It's worth noting that this keyboard isn't quiet by any means. There's also a metallic ping from the base that rings out whenever you stop typing, but if you're not a particularly heavy-handed typist, you'll be fine. At the end of the day, this is one of the best Razer keyboards you can get. Pros: exceptional responsiveness. Cheaper, and better, than the Elite. Durable, customizable keycaps. Cons: loud. Coming in number 2. Corsair K57 RGB Wireless. Even though mechanical options take the lion's share of attention when it comes to the best gaming keyboards, membrane alternatives are still worth considering. For starters, they're much quieter. Secondly, they're often a lot cheaper. And you know what? They're still excellent. The Corsair K57 RGB Wireless is one of the best we've tried. Comfortable, tactile, and reliable, it proves that you don't need mechanical switches to impress. It'll also light up any room with LED that are potentially 60% brighter than the competition. That isn't what makes this deck stand out, though. Well, in anything other than a literal sense. Its membrane keys are almost as satisfying to use as mechanical ones, and they don't have the noisy click of the latter. Additionally, the K57 has all the features, dedicated media controls, wireless functionality, and macro keys, of a much more expensive keyboard. It's a winner. Pros: quiet keys. Plenty of features. RGB up to 60% brighter. Cons: lacks USB pass-through. Coming in number 1. Corsair K95 RGB Platinum XT. For the PC gamer that wants it all, Corsair's new K95 RGB Platinum XT is the only choice. A handsome, luxurious design joins forces with satisfying clicks for one of the best gaming keyboards around. Yes, it's expensive. But this is a phenomenal piece of kit that won't let you down. This is the best of the best and worth every penny, a truly top-tier gaming keyboard. It has all the trimmings, too. As well as dedicated media controls and USB pass-through, the Platinum XT's got gorgeous RGB lighting, 6 dedicated macro keys, and a comfortable faux leather wrist rest. A textured spacebar and alternate WASD caps build on that sense of luxury. However, it's the tactile feel of pressing a key that will win you over. Unlike the older K95 models, these keycaps have been replaced with double-shot keys. Those are built from 2 layers of colored plastic for a distinctly premium typing sensation, not to mention durability. Pros: excellent build quality. Aircraft-grade aluminium frame. Large, comfortable wrist rest. Cons: expensive.